And we're live. Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mrs. Paper Guy.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed Drambuie, and she actually wanted a second shot of Drambuie. So I guess that was pretty good there. And we got some guests today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, we're Rat Stash.
Hey folks, how y'all doing?
This is Todd.
And this is Renee.
There we go.
We're the rats.
We're going to say hi to everybody. First, Mind Plucker up there. Thank you for joining. New member. Do appreciate it. Guten Tag from Marty Mike. Jackass Retro is not late. Very good. I'm proud of you. Dave's Odds and Ends. They're a member. Thank you. Definitely do appreciate it. Mr. Hot Wheels. Howdy, folks. Antiquarian. Good to see you.
Hot Wheels. He's been on our show, too.
Moving on. 395. Good evening. Drambuie. Ooh. See the lights. Good evening.
Hey,
Oh, we got a little feedback coming on your end there. Just to let you know.
I just turned it off.
Okay, great. Hey, from Don. You skipped over Gordon, one of the members.
Hey.
Oh. Yeah, welcome, Gordon. Thank you for being a member. Yep, see the lights.
And
Hello.
Oh, there you go, Libra, another member. Hello, how'd your show go today, Libra? And Lewis Riley, thank you for coming on in. All right, we're going to start the show as we always do. We're going to ask everybody how their sales are, and we'll ask our guests first. It could be any venue, just overall, how are your sales going right now?
So we're actually doing good. I'm in a challenge with another eBay seller. It's Side Hustle Sam. We challenged each other to post and list every day. So we are posting and listing every day on eBay and Mercari. So I do cross post eBay and Mercari. And to be honest with you, it's worked. I don't know. He figured out some sort of an algorithm and it's worked. And I do 10 a day that I list onto eBay and whatnot, or eBay and Mercari. And our sales have picked up. So every day we have like 5-6 sales. So it's really fantastic.
Now Libra said Mew was her show over. Sorry to hear that. Keep at it. Whatnot's a great site. Are those sales, the 5-6 sales, are they on both sites? One site? Is there a mix?
I would say it's heavier on Mercari than it is on eBay. But I've been watching your show and I've been sending all of the sales, like the offers and such to people. And I love the new action button on eBay where you can go down and just hit that and do like across the board 15% deal or whatever you want to send. So I really like that. So we are implementing that, but I would say it's a little heavier on Mercari right now than eBay, but I'm still getting sales from both.
Right. That's important. No, that's good. I know Mr. Magazine's not doing overly well right now, but he likes to complain. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that before. Yeah, you gotta click on that.
We made, I know you guys like to ask what we made, and I can tell you here, I have it. In the last 10 days, $408.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Hey. And
our items aren't high dollar items, but it's good because it's inventory moving out.
Dave's Odds and Ends sales are sporadic with a couple of decent sales mixed in. Could be better, but can't really complain. Well, you're no Mr. Magazine. Jackass Retro sales up 41% from June, largely due to listing every day, 400 or more in listing value. Pretty sure, like eBay says, it's me, not you. Nice. Puddings, thank you for being a member. Sales putrid first 2 weeks of July, like fourth quarter since then. Wow, so it turned all around over there. I've been trying to sell my self-portrait for 3 weeks. Sales are at 0.0%. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. You got to click on Don right there. And Don, my sales are rather poor this week until someone bought 12 pieces of sheet music this afternoon. Nice.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Nice. My sales are, they weren't very good this week. And then today, for some reason, really picked up. I don't have any idea at all why, but some reason or other, the eBay gods felt sorry for me and
Nice.
said, yeah, we'll let you sell some stuff today. So I ended up selling some stuff today. Those, look at Gordon. Those sales were music to Don's ears. But I do the bad jokes here. Lewis, sales are good, and eBay increased my listing limit to 9 million. So I guess I need to do more sourcing. Come on by, Lewis. I should be able to fill you up and have you maxed out anytime now.
Then come by us too.
And how about buying? Anybody been buying anything? Have you been buying anything, Rat Stash?
We actually did. We just bought a lot, and I have it all processed here for you guys.
Visual aids.
I have visual aids. We just bought a whole. Actually, we went to an event, yard sale, a community yard sale event, and bought 2 binders full of someone's Disney vacation, and they put it all in binders. So I have a hat that has all the characters.
Oh wow!
Autographs all over it. This all is from they went to Disney World, and they went on a Disney cruise in December of 1999.
Okay, yeah, but that's always important to know the year, if possible.
Yeah, they have the whole thing. Like this one, I don't know. We don't know yet if we're going to sell this because we are the Joneses, and it's an Indiana Jones bandana.
Oh, wow.
So we don't know if we're going to sell that one yet. But
you can do what Mr. Magazine and I always do on that. We save things like that, and we say, it's at the bottom of the pile. We'll get to it eventually.
Yeah. But then they even have their pictures when they were on the cruise. But what is really awesome about this whole lot, and why we spent $7, right?
Oh, geez.
Wasn't much.
It was like $7 for the whole lot, but it is all from New Year's Eve, 1999 to 2000.
Oh wow, Y2K stuff. Right.
Yeah. So it's all Epcot. This person had a great lot because it's all different kinds of postcards from the cruise. This is probably worth one of the most things in this lot is the MGM. She has all the pamphlets from MGM, and she has pamphlets from everything in here. But one thing is so neat, and let me see if I can find it right now. The tickets. Yeah. I have their airline tickets and their cruise tickets, which I thought was here. They are.
Well, you laugh. If you have airline tickets from back in the 50s, those sell for $15 to $20 a piece.
Wow. Well, this is from December 1999.
Yep. Yeah, I've never tried selling that newer one, but I've sold the stuff from the 50s. They definitely will sell in the 50s for about $15.
I also have their card to get in their hotel room at the Polynesian.
Might still work.
I don't know. And then this lady, she wrote, I don't know why they get rid of this, but she wrote a whole diary of what they did every single day and typed it up in Disney World.
Now, if that were 1950s, I would almost suggest, and I don't know if where you would come down on this, and at some point we're going to do a show about it, but when you get into the archives, I know a lot of people like to keep the archives together, and that would be something, if it were from the 50s, I would almost argue
sell it like
together,
a lot.
sell it together in a lot because all of the history, but given that it's the 90s, it's a little different, I would think.
Yeah, and I tell you what, there's another one in here. Hold on a second. Here it is. That is what I want. Now this is
just called you distinguished guests.
This is no longer the ride, but Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah, that's always good. Yep.
Photo of Splash Mountain, and then a part of her. I pulled this part out, but a part of her archives is like she wrote a little diary on her experience on Splash Mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought, I mean, to be honest with you, she wrote this whole thing. She says, Saturday, plane from New York to Orlando. It was Anne's first plane ride. She was a bit nervous to take off and landing, but liked it. Anne and Sean walked the dog, suitcases on wheels all over the airport. Like she wrote
the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, and she must have wrote it out on like a notepad.
And
while she was on vacation every night, but she typed it all up, and it's like 10 pages long of every ride they went on, everything they did. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So,
yeah, no, that's a great deal. That was a great deal right there. Wow.
Yeah, and then when one binder was from the park, right, and then one binder was from the cruise.
Yeah.
And they went to the Bahamas and they saw the Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say that the Atlantis through the Disney cruise. So we got all of those kind of photos too. Oh yeah, like this is her. This is Anne. This is Anne from her first plane ride. So I even have the photos to like put with the. I don't know. I thought that was just
that's the hardest thing in a lot like that is figuring out exactly how you're going to sell it. That really is the hardest thing because there's a lot of value there. How do you want to sell it? And
also if somebody wants just the whole story, you
right.
don't really want to separate. That's the only, like I said, that's the only thing I'm kind of like, ooh,
right.
You know, but. Yeah.
Roger, thank you for being a member. Sales are okay. Picked up a big magazine lot today. Nice. And Gordon was saying that he makes as many bad jokes as I do. I don't know, Gordon. I'll go against you any day of the week on that. Hit the like button. Thank you, Don. Always good news right there. Reese's log flume. Yes. Yes. And Scott, welcome. Chat the thumbnail for this vid. The picture must have been a last year for. They were expecting suits. Oh, they thought you were going to be all dressed up there for the appearance.
Oh, like because we put our formal picture on. It's like the nicest picture we had of each other.
Yeah. Scott felt he was going to be underdressed coming in today.
Oh,
no. If I'm wearing a suit, somebody had died.
A couple of other things over here promoted. We had 14 out of 52 items promoted last week. Now, do you guys use promoted over on eBay?
We do for quite a few things we do. Now we do all of ours buy it now. Yeah. I don't do auctions very much. I do have one on auction right now. It is a sticker book of Thundercats. It's the only thing I have because the sale values were all over the place. So
Mr. Magazine and our theory that you put everything up for auction once and run it through once at auction and list it into the store.
Oh, okay. That's a good tip too.
Because you never know. You price it at the price you expect to get to buy it now, but you throw it at auction, and every once in a while you get all it takes is one time to get a bidding war going on something, and it pays for all the auction fees for the entire year for listing the other stuff. And sometimes you just never know, especially if you get deep into the ephemera, because a lot of the stuff we sell is one of a kind stuff. Right. And you don't know, you really don't know what it's worth. So you put it up and you're like, let me put it up for auction. I think it's about $50. And sometimes it surprises you.
And to be honest with you, it's worth whatever somebody wants to buy for it. Right. So even though we can say, oh, it's probably worth X amount of money, it's worth whatever somebody wants.
Oh, Lewis wants to know the name behind Rat Stash.
Go ahead.
We were sitting in the living room kind of brainstorming for an idea for our names. And I'm just going over my head going, I started using our initials. It's actually Renee and Todd.
Oh.
Renee and Todd's Stash.
Okay.
Well, it was supposed to be Renee and Todd's Treasures.
Yeah.
And then when we wrote it out, it was like, oh, we're a rat. We're a rat. And then we thought, oh, that's great for a logo. So we put a rat on there. And then we're like, okay, so now Rat's Treasures? Like, that doesn't sound right. Then we wanted Pack Rat, but that was trademarked.
And everybody has a pack.
Oh, really?
So that's trademarked by an auction company in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I was like, they do storage unit auctions.
Okay. Yeah.
So I thought, well, what does a rat do? And then he's like, oh, they get things and they stash it in the wall. I'm like, Rat Stash. So that's it. And then our biggest joke is if Rat Stash thrift store or resale store doesn't work, then it could be also a name for the pot dispensary.
I was just gonna ask if your stash was legal in Pennsylvania. Yeah. You're in Pennsylvania, right?
Our stash is legal, yes.
Yeah, our stash is legal.
Then best offers, 73 were on older items, 174 total best offers I can make to buyers, to watchers, 196 last week. So that was down some week on week, but last year was 147. So that's definitely been heading down the last few weeks, whether it's probably summer, eBay traffic, that gigantic global meltdown that we were talking about before we came on. the Friday global meltdown. And I don't know, we're not a political channel, but I've picked up a little bit. Something's going on politically this year. I don't know what's going on. Don't pay any attention, but something's happening. And then we ended up selling one item on $million.dollar.peddlers over on eBay, 2 items on Vivs-Views, and 2 items on Etsy. So
wow. Okay. So you're on Etsy too. Now Etsy is a flat, I'm not on Etsy, but Etsy is a flat fee.
they charge you 20 cents to list an item.
Okay.
But you get it listed for 4 months. So it's 5 cents a month, but you pay 20 cents up front. If it sells after a month, you still pay the 20 cents.
Okay.
Every 4 months it renews, and then they charge you the fee on the back end.
Now, when Etsy started, that was just for crafts. And so
Right.
now it's expanded to everything, correct?
More or less. I sell books over there. One thing I sold this morning was a piece of like a songbook sheet music for like some wedding song, and the person said, does it have the chords in it? Well, they're obviously going to be using it. I said, I don't know. So I took a picture of it, and they said, oh, it's perfect, exactly what I need. So they bought the sheet music. So I try to sell stuff like a lot of the books I'll sell over there will be like how-to books, how to craft, I just listed a book this morning on how to frame your pictures, make custom frames for your pictures. So that kind of thing are things that I try to put over there, because I find that a lot of that stuff will sell over there. Art books I try to sell over there, things like that.
Okay.
Sense,
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one that we're not selling in, but that is something I was thinking of going over to Etsy, because I've heard that now it's more open. It's not just for homemade crafts.
Yeah, I've been on there for a couple of years, and I just printed out the number of sales I've made since I've been there in 2 years. I don't know, 150 sales, something rather like that. So not setting the world afire, but moving stuff out. I list 2 items a day on there.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. We made offers on 21.
Okay.
21. And right now, currently, like I said, eBay, we weren't really heavy on eBay. We're heavy on the store, but I'm working with this other gentleman, and he made me do a challenge. So we're right at 258 right now, listed on eBay. And that's the exact amount that we have listed on Mercari. So whatever I list on eBay, I list immediately on Mercari then too.
So you were able to make offers on 10% of your listings, essentially.
Yeah.
And I'm down able to make offers at under 1% of mine. So
it's small. And like I said, I undercut a lot of prices where I see that they're selling. I'll undercut it, because we are right now at this point, we are over limit of inventory. So we did 2 house we did 2 house clean outs. Simultaneously, and I'm not talking little. Like, the one is a 4-generation home, so I have stuff. And
the other was a 4,000 square foot home.
Yeah.
Now, do you have storage units, or you put
we have a 10 by 30 storage unit, and it's packed.
And 10 by 20, and
then our garage is packed, and
the basement stuff got stuff.
Todd told me if I go to another yard sale, all that stuff is going to go on my side of the bed, because we're maxed out. So
yeah. I ended up buys this last week. I went over to the flea market. It was absolutely terrible. I spent $26. There was only one vendor I ended up buying from. Did go over to a house call on Thursday, which I'll be showing the item of the week from that house call. Guy had about 10 to 12 boxes of books. I kind of picked through them, picked out 3 to 4 boxes of books that I wanted. I said, how's $50? And he goes, oh, that's plenty. That's way more than I was expecting. I'm like, 40, 30? I mean, tell me when to stop taking money away.
Yeah, really.
But it was a good deal. And then yesterday I was resting, and all of a sudden my phone rang, and I answered the phone, and it was a gentleman. I don't know if you remember from the live show a few weeks ago, I mentioned him. His son had passed away. And when I said, sorry about your loss, he goes, okay. Well, he called me back, and he said, found some more boxes of books. Are you interested? You can just have them. And I said, yeah.
Yes.
and he lives 5 minutes away. So I went over there and picked up the 4 boxes of books, and I ended up giving him $10. I go, I got to give you something for him. Is this good? And he's like, sure. Then he said, oh, I got to get to him, but down in my basement, would you be interested? I've got some bookshelves along the walls that have all 1950s and 1960s science fiction books. I go,
Yes.
I said, I could probably use those. Yes. I didn't quite do that laugh. I said, yeah, I could probably figure out how to sell those.
Twist my arm.
Yeah.
So he said he would get those. Now he is in a motorized scooter and everything. So I said, come on, get to it. What are you doing? No, I said, I've got plenty of inventory. Wow. I said, I got plenty of inventory when you get to it. Yeah, I would be more than happy to take a look. So that's good, though, on that. Glitch of the week, well, beyond the global meltdown. I don't know if you had this problem or not, but YouTube on Monday was having a big problem where I could not upload videos.
Yes.
And it said it was uploaded, but I couldn't find it. And
Right.
it would let you do all of the work on it where you title it and everything, and you couldn't find it. And so I uploaded it again, couldn't find it. All of a sudden, about an hour later, like all 4 times I uploaded showed up.
We had all 3.
Yeah.
We had that too. I uploaded that too. And then I thought, oh, geez, did it go into private and not make it public? You know, because that happens sometimes to us. And I thought, well, did it go into private? And it didn't. And then all of a sudden I had 3 of them.
Yep.
I was like, oh. But we had our live show on Monday, and I was nervous. I was like, I hope the live show goes fine. But it did. By 8 o'clock when we did ours, it was fine then. But yeah, in the morning it was a little goofy.
Not good at all. Yep. And
I don't know if that was a backlash of the Microsoft 365 or whatever.
Yeah, I was wondering if they weren't updating something or other. That was exactly what I was wondering. And the only site change I saw this last week is if you use PayPal to send invoices. I had to invoice somebody. They changed the way that was. And they're like, it's so simple now. I'm like, no, it's not. They made it more difficult now because you have to click on something to make a drop down for you to say what they're buying. Well,
yes,
it's counterintuitive. That's not at all what you had to do in the past.
Right.
So if you want to send invoices out on PayPal, expect it to be a little bit different now than it was.
I got the email on it, but I haven't used it, but I got the email on it to let us know that there was a change or, new and improved.
And now I'm going to show you the item of the week. Ended up getting this at the $50 house call. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I think I remember the film.
Yes.
It is it's got a little tear there on the back, but otherwise not bad. It is a first edition Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. And actually does have the price inside as well. When you do books, of course, you want to see that as the price. And it's a marked first. It's about a $750 book.
Wow.
Which is a nice book to pull out of that house call. So stuff is out there. And this is one that Mrs. Papergoy said we have to keep this for our collection.
No, I didn't. I said you have to list it.
We're going to keep it for our collection because Mrs. Papergoy loves this movie. And
it's a great movie. I will agree with that.
But yeah, so that was what I found out of there earlier today. Mr. Hot Wheels went to the Seller Hub and the whole page was blank except the word Seller Hub. Now that you mentioned it, Mr. Hot Wheels, yesterday it said I had no sales and I had no items. It said it couldn't load any information. So I had a similar thing yesterday. Yep.
Wow.
Mrs. Papergoy is the item of the week. Oh, so sweet.
Priceless.
Pristine condition. Yeah, it was very nice condition on that book. Definitely was. $750 book for free. No, I had to pay for that. I paid like 50 cents for that, Dawn. Come on.
50 cents.
I pay up. I pay up on stuff. She said
Yes,
you have to.
I did say that.
Okay, now we got to move on.
She's saying sell it and then buy me something from Tiffany.
Did you read what Gordon?
Yeah. Gordon doesn't know what he's talking about. Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine had a Dig magazine for December 1960 with Bobby Rydell and Annette Funicello on it. $46. They offered $10. And then I had a General Electric refrigerator manual. I was asking 19, free shipping. He offers 8. I countered at 12. He offers 8. So I countered at 15. Oddly, he declined that. I said, you know, waste my time. I'll just start raising the price. I was waiting for him to ask me why I was asking for more, but he never bothered to.
They said it's a customer service fee.
It's bothering me. Now, how do you handle insulting offers?
I don't respond to them.
Okay.
I just don't. We had a cherry olive pitter.
Mhm.
It was from Hong Kong, and it was in the box. Okay, and I had it for $7.99.
What was that? Gotta be 70s probably. Hong Kong.
I would say it's probably 70s. Yeah. I had it for $7.99, and the offer came by at $1.99.
No.
I don't even respond to them.
You know, a friend of mine, you guys do, I know you do glassware from time to time.
We do, yeah.
A friend of mine asked, he gets really confused when he sees the glassware. Then on the bottom, it says Occupy Japan. He says, wasn't Japan always occupied?
If you've seen our last video, we did an estate sale, and this guy bought 412 figurines.
Yeah, that was the one where the lady had the accident, right?
Yeah, she fell down the
Yep.
steps. Yeah.
Yep.
412 Occupy Japan figurines.
It was the second largest collection in the world, they figured, and we own a chunk of it now.
Yeah. She actually had a plaque in her house from the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
And we wanted it because we bought so much of it that we're like, can we have that? And they wouldn't sell that. But I was like, darn it. But yeah, it was a shame that lady, she fell down the steps. But I tell you what, she fell down the steps, and if you see the video, she flies into a utility shelving rack full of glass and dishes, and that all fell on top of her. And the woman had a grace of God. She had not one broken bone, not a cut, nothing.
Not a scratch.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, he was pulling, if you see it in the video, he was pulling glass off of her. It was crazy.
Did you yell, you broke it, you bought it?
Well, it was her sale.
Yeah.
It was her sale. But yeah, it was like, I felt, I didn't mean to even video that, but I just had the video. It just startled me.
Happened, yeah.
And I just had the video camera rolling. So I didn't show all of it because I didn't want to show her face or anything, but you kind of got the gist of what happened. But man, it was a scary thing. Yeah, she fell down backwards off the step, and it was a scary thing.
I think she hit butt first on that cabinet because she bent that thing up big time.
Yeah, the cabinet. The metal cabinet was all bent.
Yeah,
and then it came down on top of her. It was just awful. It was.
She's indestructible because she didn't get one scratch on her.
I couldn't believe.
We got her up. She dusted herself off. Grabbed that she was carrying. Went back upstairs.
She had like glass.
What?
She had glass in her hair because I said,
"What was that movie that did it have Bruce Willis in it? Maybe Unbreakable or something like that, where he was the superhero. Nothing could happen to him."
Yeah.
Oh yes, Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Yeah. But yeah, she had glass in her hair and everything, and she just shook her head like that, and the glass flew. And he's down there like, "What the hell?"
Did they film that one here too?
Huh?
Filmed that one in Bethlehem.
Yeah, in Allentown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was lucky. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe. And how old? Her husband was what? 80.
90.
Oh, 91.
91.
And she was.
Joe was 91.
Joe was 91, and she was 89.
Something like that.
89 years old.
Nice, nice, Mike.
Now you. This thing that I made the decision to buy this thing. Usually it's her. She'll go to a flea market and go, how much for the whole table? Or how much for everything?
I do that.
She'll do that once in a while. So it kind of shocked her that I said, how much is the whole thing?
It took us an hour and a half to wrap
it.
All those figures up in bubble wrap to take it home.
Now, what part of Pennsylvania are you from?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay, Allentown proper? Or
yes.
right there. Yep.
Yeah, right in the we live like 8 minutes from Center City.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice. Don was supposed to go to a big book sale today, far too heat averse to have to wait in line outside, wait a while because it's a popular sale. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't stand in. I don't do lines. Mrs. Papergoy will tell you I don't do lines. We're usually going to the restaurant saying, "Is this place even open? Where is everybody?" Because it opens at 3 and we're there at 3:01.
Yeah, like that.
I ordered some copy paper or printer paper on line. I got a refund out of nowhere. Oh, FedEx shipped your order to the wrong address. I'm like, really? How did that happen? Given that I bought it through eBay and I put my address in. So they must have been doing drop shipping or something like that. Must be what they were doing. And they put the address in wrong.
So now you got a refund and you got the papers again?
No, I didn't get the paper. I had ordered from somebody else. Just got the refund from them. So yeah, they must have been doing drop shipping and screwed something or other up when they put it in. That had to be what happened. And then Mr. Magazine got a return of some Hess trucks on Amazon. Now he sends them out without the batteries because you got to take the batteries out or they're going to corrode. But apparently when the person sent them back, did the return, Amazon put them through as hazardous. So they had the hazardous sticker on there and everything.
Wow.
Because of that.
Was it a switch and bait or kind of thing? Or
No, it was a legit return. The guy, I think the guy was a reseller and wanted them all in mint condition, and they weren't. Mike there is from Pittsburgh, PA from Mike. Nice, just down the road from you. I used to do lines, I'm too old for that. We're all too old for that.
Yeah.
Oh, Easton, Pennsylvania.
Easton!
Here you go, Psycho Flipper.
Show your arm.
I'm an old Red Rover.
He's an Easton graduate.
I'm an Easton graduate.
Nice.
Wow, Psycho Flipper. Hey, if you are very local, if you're local, if you ever want to get together and collab and thrift or whatever, let us know.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, we love doing that.
And then I got an email from somebody. I had a map of Angola, New York. It's 18 by 22 map. Now I have, it's folded up picture. The person goes, "Is this map folded?" No, I carry 18 by 22 maps around all the time.
Don't we all?
It's like the big check from Ed McMahon, Like, come on.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
There you go. I'd be scared.
What?
If you run now, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
And then I actually went to the bank and opened a business account. Finally have a business checking account.
Nice.
So moving on up in the world, except then they go, great, we need your DBA paperwork. And I said, I probably have that, don't I? So I tore the house apart and ended up finding the DBA paperwork.
Now, are you as an LLC?
No, I'm just a DBA.
Yeah.
Just a DBA. Yep. But they will open it. They will open it for you as a DBA. But you just have to prove that you're a DBA.
Okay.
At least up here. Yep. And I know you guys sell over on Whatnot, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. The Psycho Flipper is a Wilson grad. There you go.
Yep.
Wilson. All right.
Yep.
It's a strange town. So one side of the street is Easton High School, and the other side of the street is Wilson High School.
Yeah.
Literally across
200
the
yards
street.
apart from each other.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about Whatnot in a little while, but we were talking a little bit before the show started. I did see a pop-up auction over on Whatnot. Somebody did a pop-up comic auction at 3:45 in the morning. I suddenly got the notification on my phone, pop-up auction starting now, and it was 3:45 in the morning.
Wow. We had talked about that before, about the time, like in the middle of the night. I mean, I never would have thought of that.
I don't know if I would do a pop-up, though. Jeez. Gordon, 18 by 20 maps for those who can't figure out GPS. Yeah, what if you're traveling? How many 18 by 20 unfoldable maps can you put in your car?
Yeah, really.
Entire room. 8-month-old hot dog water is metal for Gemini. Wow, nice. The old dirty dogs there. Love it. And thank you for being a member, Metal for Gemini. Do appreciate that. The party ended and they were broke. Yep. And then Stegosaurus skeleton, nicknamed Apex, sold at Sotheby's for $44.6 million. So everybody get your shovels and start digging up your backyard. You might have $44.6 million sitting under the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. Now,
So
Wow.
Scientists are all up in arms over that because they're not huge fans of the private people owning that because they feel that it takes stuff like that away from museums. But a lot of the people, a lot of the owners will end up not donating, but allowing to be shown at the museums. Like, yeah, you can show it over here.
Is that like sometimes would businesses do that? Would that be like a write-off, like for them, like for them to donate it for a certain time or something? Was there?
No, I think they just do it to let people learn about it. Yeah, just because look what a great guy I am. Yeah, you can borrow my $44 million dinosaur skeleton.
Yeah.
I could think of better things to do with $44.6 million myself, but that's just me.
I too. No,
yeah, right. I mean, really. What's another?
Publicity goes on. Well, come in. Now you don't sell over on Amazon, do you?
We do not.
No.
So I was over on Amazon and my buy box, which is what you want. It used to always be basically 0%, maybe once in a blue moon 1%. Well, it's moving all over the place now. It went from 7% to 0% to 6% to 8% within 4 days. So I don't know what Amazon is doing. One of those days, though, when it was at 0 was during Amazon Prime. So who knows what they did then.
Is it books, mostly books is what you're selling on there?
Books, comic books primarily. Yep. And about 95% that.
Now, how does that work? Do you ship your inventory yourself out to the customers, or do you have to send it to Amazon and then Amazon ships?
No, if you're doing the stuff that I do, it's almost got to be FBM, the fulfillment by merchant.
Okay.
Because the fees would absolutely kill you because they charge you storage fees.
Oh,
and the stuff that I sell is slow moving. I think I sold something today that I listed in 2011. Amazon could buy a dinosaur with my storage fees.
There is
Gordon's got a point there.
What? Not much.
Ego boost and
owning your own dinosaur. Yeah, really.
Got a point there.
Exactly. You want to talk about the two men that were at our storage unit with Amazon?
When we first got the 10 by 20 unit, there were our neighbors down 2 units down were actually they were Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ukrainian family was actually using their unit as an Amazon store, and they had thousands of books in there they were selling on listing and selling on Amazon. They'd be in there every night for hours just listing away
and scanning
everything else. Yeah.
Because we walked by the storage unit and we thought it was like, what kind of illegal stuff's going on here? Because it was a table in the middle of the unit with like people all around the table. Nobody spoke English and they all had their laptops open.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And I was like, ooh, what's going on here?
Wow.
But it was for Amazon. Yeah.
Are they sending the stuff in or are they selling it themselves?
They're selling it themselves.
Yeah.
Are they still there or?
The funny thing is, within a week of us finding them there, they disappeared. Yeah. So
that's a tough way to make a living, especially if you are. I mean, maybe they go out to the sales and scan everything out at the sales, which is a lot of people do. They're the book scanners out at the book sales and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking. I never seen so many books, and they had a system. They were there about 2 weeks after we saw them. But we went there one time. We went there at night. Like we normally don't go like later at night. And we went there later at night and we were like, "Ooh, this is weird." But they had all these extension cords coming out of the door and then plugged into the storage unit like for electric. And I was like, "What in the world's going on there?" But they had a system. I mean, they had like 5-6 people that just did like shipping. Like they only did the shipping part.
Well, I have a question for you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but did they have other storage units they were storing stuff in? Because that's an awful lot of people in a storage unit to start with.
It was a 10 by 30.
10 by 20.
Or 10 by 20?
Yeah.
10 by 20.
It's bigger than you think it sounds.
Yeah, it's bigger than it. They had the walls and they went all the way to the ceiling. They had shelves on top of shelves and they had ladders and it went.
Yeah.
It was something to see it. I was like, holy crap.
Because these units go up at least 8-10 feet as well.
At that point, though, boy, I don't know if they're doing that much. You just buy yourself a little warehouse because you can expand, and then you
Well,
just
that's what I.
we don't know.
That's what I thought, but I was like,
They disappeared, so who knows where they went?
yeah.
It was like 2 weeks later, we saw the unit was empty, and we were like, "Ooh, what's going on here?"
If there's a knock at your door in the middle of the show, it'll be good content when it's the FBI asking some questions.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
And I don't know if you saw or not the video that I did about the CT scanners, but they're using CT scanners.
I heard about that with the card, with the breakers.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's gonna rock that whole world, because if they're doing that, then you almost have to buy the whole carton or case, because if you just get the individual, if somebody scans it, they can pull out that box that actually has the high dollar ones in there. Wow.
Yep. And then we did a video about that, and the big thing on that, it was only a $1,500 CT scanner that the person was using for it. And the other problem is it destroys the vintage market, which everybody's thinking about the boxes and all that.
Yeah.
Look at the vintage market. I buy depending upon what level I can sit there and see through and how well I can see. I know what the Michael Jordan looks like, so I start buying unopened packs of the Fleer that are sealed, that are slabbed. I run them all through. Oh, this one's got a Jordan. This one I will open. The rest of them I'll just resell because they're all like that.
Yeah.
Lewis finds books take too long to list. Yep. Yeah, it's scary. Can't beat $125 a month. That's true. And either they expanded, sold out, or got busted for money laundering. Yeah.
Who knows?
It's one of those. I don't know. I didn't ask any. Believe me, I didn't ask any questions.
Yeah, we weren't asking any questions at all.
Nope.
All right, we're going to head on into the meat and potatoes. Now, we were talking a little bit before. You sell over on Whatnot. How do you feel about that site, and what is your?
I like Whatnot.
Okay.
We were in almost from the beginning. So we got in from Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. I reached out. She was just started on Whatnot, and Amy Negron was on, and we friended both of them. Well, I've been friends with Misty for a while, and she's like, "No, you got to get on Whatnot." She sent me over the link, and I was approved on Whatnot in like 15 minutes. Like, some people are like, "Oh, it's taking week," or this. I was approved right away. I got in, and I tell you what, we loved it, and I did so much. We made like over $8,000 in like a couple months, of selling, because we sold. We used to do every Friday night, 7:30 every Friday night. We had the music playing when you could play music, and we had a great time. We had theme shows, and we had a great time. And then it just seemed like
it dried up.
No, it didn't dry. No, what happened is, I think they opened up the floodgates of sellers, because before I had to go to a class. Mm-hmm. You had to show like your inventory. I mean, there was a full application process that I had to go through, and be vetted and everything else. Okay. But now people are, I don't know if you're on the Whatnot reseller Facebook page.
Yeah. Yep.
They ask the stupidest questions that it's like, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't know how to list? Or what do you mean you don't know how to do this? Or what do you mean you don't know how to ship? Like, didn't you take the class and learn how to use the system? And apparently now they don't even do that. If you just get put on, they don't do that. And I think that's going to hurt it, because when it started, it was so to the point where you felt secure buying from anybody on Whatnot, because they were vetted and this and that and all this other stuff. Now it's kind of like, well, now look what's going on with the cards. There was all those scams going on with the cards and the breakers, or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, I think I know they want to grow the business, but I think they opened the floodgates too much, and then it actually hurt them a little bit.
What do you sell on there?
Ephemera. I used to sell 100%. Like we were in the estate sale, or we would do the vintage decor. That was what we would be on. But now when you go on there, I flipped it. So I take all that inventory and I put it down in our brick and mortar stores. So now what I'm selling on Whatnot, unless I'm in like a specialty train, then I'll do like specialty stuff. But I either sell books, children's books, or I sell ephemera is what I sell on Whatnot. Because you can go on at any time and only have maybe 5-6 people that are in competition with you that's selling at the same time. But if you go into estate or you go into the vintage market, you could have 18 plus people selling at the same time you are. So it's flooded.
Now, you were talking about children's books today at the buy, the 4 books from the gentleman in the scooter. I know there were a bunch of kids' books, and it was funny. I knew he wanted the books gone. He goes, "Do you want to look through the books?" I'm like, "No, they're 4 boxes. You told me you wanted them gone. I'm not really going to stand here and waste your time looking through them. What am I going to do? Say, I don't want them? I mean, you want them gone."
Yeah.
Oh, Donna remembers you from the first Paper Palooza.
Yeah.
Yay!
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And I know you have set up before. Are you going to be setting up at the next Allentown Paper Show?
Yes,
Yes,
we have a permanent spot. It is number 36 where we were last time.
Yep.
We split the booth with Chris from Cool and Common. And because the booth is, what is it, 12 foot wide?
12, yeah, like it's 12 like the 10 or something like that.
It's like 12 by 10.
It's a good sized booth, yeah.
So we split it right down the middle. And then what we do is 1 year, Chris is on the aisle.
Oh, okay.
And then the next year, Chris is against the wall. And then the next year, I'm on the aisle. We flip-flop it back and forth.
That's a good idea, actually. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
So it's fair. Yeah. But to be honest with you, the price for the booth, you don't mind me saying, right?
No, I'm sure.
The price of the booth is $330.
And if anybody wants to set up you can reach out to Rat Stash and they'll put you in touch with the promoter.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah,
I will say this. When I first went there for the first show, I was stunned by the size of the booths. You get tables too with that too, don't you?
You get 5. Like for our booth, we got 5 tables, and then we get those boards on the back. Pegboards, they are the old chalkboards that from schools when they used to be able to roll them around in your classroom. They took the slate out and they put a pegboard inside. And so you get 2 of those, and you get 5 tables.
Yeah, that's a huge spot. So Psycho Flipper wants to know, are you aware of the Bubble Wrap Factory in Jersey? You can't beat the prices. $10 large rolls and all different padded envelopes, $75 for $5. It's in Brass Castle, New Jersey, 20 minutes from him.
No,
hold on a second.
I want to keep that up because I'm going to take a picture of that comment. Hold on 1 second. I want to take a picture of that. I don't know about that, but I'm going to. I wonder if that's where Taco Stacks gets his bubble wrap from. I don't know if Psycho Flipper knows Taco Stacks. Tyler.
We're friends.
Todd and him are friends.
Yeah.
And he sells bubble wrap by big, huge rolls at flea markets.
Oh,
so I'm wondering if that's where he gets them from.
Yeah. So we're both from up in the Slate Belt area.
Yeah.
So
nice. There you go. Look at that. Whatnot invited me this spring because I've been buying for a couple of years, calling me a collector, and presumably they think I've got lots of stock. I felt honored and had expected a lot of red tape. So they are making it easier then. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's good if you go in and you're a seller. That's great. You know what I mean? But
so basically, Gordon, what Rat Stash is saying is they don't want riffraff like you. That's pretty much what you're saying, right? I just want to make sure.
Did you notice though that a lot of the big sellers are out? Like Misty from Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunters out. I think Amy Negron is out. Amy's Rock and Pop. I think
I saw her on there today.
Is she on?
Yeah.
Okay.
But some of the
See, Taco goes there. Yeah.
But some of the big sellers had deals with Whatnot where they were getting paid to sell on there.
And then did you notice that a lot of them are starting their own like little, what is it? Dib dab? I think it's called dib dab.
Knickknacks over on District, yeah, all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I've noticed that they've moved on a little bit from that, but I don't know. I do love Whatnot. It's fast, and what's great about it is it moves inventory for us.
Yep.
Now you're not going to get the highest value. You know, that's the only drawback. I haven't found I get a high value on things, but
Gordon, they called you riffraff, not me. I'm just saying. It wasn't me.
Gordon, I don't even know you.
You don't know us yet, but
Yeah.
There you go. Like and subscribe to them.
Yeah. We are 80, what did we say? 82 hours away from being monetized.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll make it your next live show then, definitely.
Yeah, 82 hours away from being monetized. So,
yeah, so.
Awesome sauce. Yeah. No, that's good. That's what those cool kids say. Awesome sauce.
I know.
Don't laugh at it.
You're cool.
Okay, cool beans. Is that any better?
That's dating yourself there.
But no, like I'll give the perfect example. I bought $10. I could have gotten them for free. Those 4 boxes of books. I have $10 into them. I'm going to sit there and look them all up, or I'm going to put them all in an auction and know that I'm going to get more than $10 back.
That's it.
Yeah.
Put them all, get them out the door, put them in the nice houses. There's some nice kids' books in there. Great. Whatever there is. I don't care. And that's where the site's great.
That's like us. We have a sickness. It's called antiquing. We have a sickness. So we like going yard sailing, flea marketing. We like buying more than selling. So we got to sell stuff and move it out.
Yep. Now, where do you source from generally? You were just saying a couple of places, yard sales and all that. Do you find ephemera at yard sales?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Really?
This came from that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons.
And estate sales are great for your
estate sales are fantastic. Yard sales. A lot of times people will think this stuff's junk and they'll just throw it out. We also house clean outs. Like people don't even want it. It's awful.
Yeah.
I know like the one photos. Here's the thing. We sold a painted portrait of this man. His name is George Ott. Okay. It was his house, his estate. His family did not want it. And I'm like, you're getting all this money from this guy from inheritance. Like maybe you should hang his picture in your house, maybe, like, oh, come on. But no, they didn't want it. And we took it and we creepified it a little bit and we took it to our store and it's flew off the shelf.
Yep.
We sold it. But people don't like the younger generation. They don't want it. They don't want any of that stuff. And they just, there is actually, we have 2 notebooks. I have no idea. I'm probably going to have to talk to you privately sometime for you to tell me what I should do with these notebooks, but
sell them to me cheap.
Huh?
Sell them to me cheap.
I'm telling you, this is a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
We got out of a dumpster notebooks from a guy who was the cartoonist.
Oh.
For Manny, Mo, and Jack cartoons, the Beetle cartoons, old Hanna-Barbera,
Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sketches and everything, or?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Sketches.
Sketches and a notebook. Sketches and a notebook of him taking notes from talking to like producers and stuff.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff with original art. So yeah, I can help you with that, definitely. So Gordon said World's Fair collectors are the elite of ephemera collectors. Oh, so the World's Fair collectors are the elite of ephemera collectors. He's drinking with his pinky up right now.
Yes.
I almost never find paper yard sales. By the time I'm there and ask about it, they say, oh, dang, I just threw a whole bunch of that. Yeah, and I've never really had luck finding either yard sales. Flea markets are where I tend to find the most of it. And occasionally you can find some at estate sales, but not that often. It's got to be, I don't find that much. I find a lot of books, of course, at estate sales. But that's interesting.
Another thing, speaking of books, I have another question.
Oh, we're in a bidding war now. Mike's getting a little more than me for that. Bidding war.
Oh, yeah, for those books. I don't know what to do with them. I actually took them to the paper show and I showed Sabina is she's from Connecticut. She's a big time dealer there. and I showed it. We actually sold a Penn State Penn State College, not Penn State University, Penn State College, 1922 yearbook to her for $350.
Yep.
$350. So I thought, oh, she's going to be the one I'm going to talk to. I brought it to the paper show in April and showed it to her. And she's like, honey, I think you got to, like, this has to go to a big time auction house. Like, you can't just put this on eBay.
She mentioned Sotheby's.
Yeah, she's like this. It has the guy's name in it. It has the dates. She said she thinks it's something.
Yeah, definitely. Oh boy, now we got a big one.
You're shrewd.
You're gonna get rid.
And speaking of books, here's a question, and here's a question for anybody in the chat too. We just did our last estate sale, and we cleaned out a whole office. This gentleman was a evangelist, and he had tons of Jimmy Swagger books and notebooks and workbooks and Bible studies and stuff. Is that now
Amazon?
I was gonna say, is that something to sell, or is that like people really over that?
No, people will buy that. And I'm sure you'll charge less than Jimmy Swagger did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And welcome in, Jeff. No, that's really good Amazon stuff. Absolutely. If you've never sold on there, easy enough to sign up on there, and that would be where I would sell that at. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, because like I said, we took it. But the whole time we're taking it, seriously, if you want to grab one, there's one on the table over there. I can grab it, but so you can kind of see a little bit of the inside of it. But we didn't want to throw it away in the dumpster, this Jimmy Swaggart stuff. So we grabbed it. But I'm thinking, what am I going to do with it? I don't really know if it'll sell.
It would be a good thing to get on Amazon and learn how to sell on Amazon from, and it will actually sell. So that would be absolutely what I would do with that.
Okay.
Heritage, reach out to me and the gentleman that I did the comic video with last week.
The 33,000. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
He has a,
so these were the notebooks. This is just one of them. And
how many notebooks do you have?
I'm sorry?
How many notebooks do you have?
I think we have 7.
I don't know. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is him doing notes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and his drawing. Yep. But then over here, it's him talking to the producer and where the stage is and what each scene is going to look like. But it's all cartoons. Yep. Like this one here.
Was that Laurel and Hardy? Probably. Yep.
Yep. And then, like I said, it's just him just talking about, like there's Abbott and Costello, if you can see.
All that, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, Heritage would be probably who I would reach out to on those. They sell things like that all the time.
It has names of producers in here and shows in here, and trying to just think of all the, it's just all notes.
Oh, Jackass Retro says Jimmy Swaggart stuff sells really well on eBay also.
Oh, really? Okay. I haven't put anything on here. Let's see here. And the guy's name is John, and I think it's EWANUIK. Is that right?
Let me see the front of it. It's better on the front. I can see the front.
Yeah, EWANIUK.
UNAC or UNIAC or something like that.
UNAC. Yeah, that's his name. But he has like
that picture there.
Oh yeah, like here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Groucho and one of the Beatles and
in the same dumpster we got that Groucho book and it's signed.
Yeah, we had a bunch of Groucho Marx Brothers, all the old comedy groupings.
You have better stuff in your dumpsters than we have at the sales up here. Jeez. Yeah. I got to move down to Pennsylvania.
Well, you know what? You know why I went to the dumpster? Because this house was a mansion. A mansion. I bet you inside it had 20 plus rooms. It was just a gorgeous mansion. And at the end of the driveway was a dumpster. And I thought, Whoop.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the dumpster diver. I'll hop in.
He was at work and I called him. It was like in February. Was it like February, March?
They have a few hundred listed on Rat Stash has a few hundred listed on eBay, Mike. Yep.
Right now it's 258.
But they got to make offers on 21 items, so they're making offers on 10% of their to watchers. So people are watching their stuff. Turns out to be worth money. I can see someone related to him trying to claim ownership. Nah, not if
Oh, well,
not if it went in a dumpster.
I have no idea who that is. I don't. It's a cartoonist, I guess.
Back in the
I
day.
don't know.
Yeah, back in the day.
My dad used to work for Jimmy Swaggart in Baton Rouge. Ooh.
Wow.
And I saw a message you had on there before. It caught my eye. That it does sell on eBay too.
Yeah, that's what Jackass Retro said. Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, I got the Bibles, the notebooks, the study books, the whole shebangy.
Yeah. And so definitely we did put a link down below as well for your eBay or your not your eBay channel, your YouTube channel. So definitely do check them out. They do have some great videos over there. Any last words before we get into the rambling story?
No. Nothing else. We really appreciate you having us on.
Definitely.
It was a great honor. We were like, I got the message and I'm like jumping around the house. I'm like, oh!
And hopefully you'll have us on as well at some point.
But
absolutely.
Yes. And I like fangirled when you guys show up at our paper show. Like, they're here.
We're gonna head on into the rambling story of the week, and I must have been a good boy. I have started listing stuff and selling stuff. Mrs. Paper Goya is noticing very slowly, but she is starting to notice there is a little more of a pathway through the house, so she's a little bit happy about that. So she doesn't have to tiptoe and jump anymore. Yeah, not like the Olympics anymore.
Mouse.
And so she bought me something or other, a snack. So she comes home and she has some jerky, and said, "Oh, okay, cool, jerky." And I thought it was a little bit odd because it was green bean jerky, and I have never heard of green bean jerky before. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it. So I opened it up and I started tasting it, and it was like really a weird consistency and kind of not exactly flaky, but just a real weird consistency. And I'm like, okay. So I'm eating it and I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of this. And she wasn't a huge fan of it, but we had it sitting up there. Yeah. All of a sudden, she texts me. She works at the grocery store. She texts me from work, throw the jerky out now. I go, why? What's wrong with it? What are you talking about? She goes, they had it in the wrong aisle. It's actually dog food.
Oh, no!
It was in the jerky also. I said, like, I'm going to try this because I love jerky.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. So she buys me dog food when I do a good job. So
come on.
A treat. Yeah.
Tell you one other quick story. Absolutely.
You have like you scratch now and you scratch behind your ear. When you rub his belly, does his back leg like bounce up and down there?
Absolutely true story. This was about 5-6 years ago. Random neighborhood kid and I were I think she was getting her hair done or something. So we were walking around the pet store, and we walk up and they had the little dog treats up front, and the lady works there goes, "Oh, those aren't bad. You should try it." We're like, "What?" She goes, "Take one." Okay, just take a bite. Okay, so random neighborhood kid and I are eating dog treats in the middle of the store going, "Are we on camera?" Yeah, wonderful. So apparently people like to feed me. Exactly. Good going. Exactly. My hair is shiny and perfect. Exactly.
Yes.
There's a side effect because you start barking.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And it didn't say it have anything like a dog or anything on the front.
No, it was just green bean jerky, which I thought was odd, but I go, all right, I'll try it. Woofed it down. Oh boy, jeez. Dog food up on the mouth for your dinner.
There you go. You think it's Dinty Moore, but it's not. It's Salpo.
I was wondering, you guys, no disrespect, but you're old enough to remember this. There was the little covered wagon going around the kitchen.
Gravy train.
The gravy train.
Gravy train. Yeah.
We are old. We are old.
No,
Yeah, all the youngsters watching your show go, what are they talking about? Remember those commercials?
Yeah,
Those were
yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
I definitely want to thank you for being on. It was a lot of fun tonight. Definitely do check out their show, and we
My
will.
face hurts from smiling.
And we will definitely be on their show too at some point in the future. Help them out. They're real close to monetization, so that's a big step. So do stop by over there, subscribe to them, and tell them the $1 Million Peddlers sent you. And we will.
We're gonna we'll have it probably, I guess, in a couple of weeks. We'll have you be a guest for us.
Absolutely.
Oh, very good. Awesome. Thank you. Definitely do appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming on out, and we will see you next video. You gotta hit the end stream. Right up there, you gotta hit end stream. Yep.
Where is the thing?
Oh, there you go.